Berube says Stolars will start tonight with Woll experiencing lower body tightness, Rosie. What in the hell?
It just can't stop. Like, why can't we be normal? You've had since April to get rid of your tightness. Like, what happened, dude? It's just mind melting, but it's not the end of the world, obviously. But like the countdown that we've been doing for like 80 days, and then everyone, Twitter's a buzz. Everyone's jacked up. We cannot wait. LFG, the passion is in everyone. Time to go. Oh, sorry. Huge issue here. Our goalie can't play. Like, it's just so leafy, man. Whatever. Stoli is totally capable. It's just like, how, why, like, why and how? It's the very first day of the year and you're fucking hurt. I don't get it, man.
We're so back, man. We're so back. All I could think about. So on the way to Cancun a couple weeks or last week, I watched that Amazon series, and I was humbly reminded about Game 7. Ilya Samsonov
No,
played. I still have no fucking clue how
no more
Pasternak
swearing. I
scores
already
that goal.
sweared it up today.
Yeah,
No more
my bad.
swearing.
Sorry, guys. We're gonna have a swear jar this year. That's already 2 swear words in the first 5 minutes of the show, but I think it's warranted. Nevertheless, you sort of are reminded that Joseph Woll didn't play in Game 7. And the other telling point, I think, too, Rosie, the fact that remember all the questions in training camp. Joseph Woll played like early on, then we didn't see him till the final game. Like, how much
Yeah.
maintenance does a young guy need? Like, he's barely played in the league, barely played games.
Yeah, he is. He's too young and too much in his prime to have to deal with that all the time. And I mean, I have been defending him, saying, look, he had a high ankle sprain last year. Those are notorious, especially for goalies, for taking forever, and you re aggravate them and all of that jazz. But in today's day and age, with a 20 something year old kid, with all the advantages and resources available to you that the Toronto Maple Leafs have access to, as far as medical, assistance and having all the proper treatments and scans and doctors looking at you, how the hell is that thing still bothering a 20 something year old kid after months and months and months and months of time to rehabilitate it? And I'm not saying it's his ankle for sure, but like, if it's not, that's even bigger of a problem. Like, why can't you stay healthy? And I'm not piling on him personally. I mean, this is the last thing that kid wants. But just from a Leafs Nation perspective, like, are you kidding me right now? Like, are you kidding me? It's the first day of the year and you're on the shelf. It just is wild, man. And again, it's not the end of the world, but just like, come on, man. Like, come on. Why can't we just have normal things? Like last year? Yeah. Was completely reminded us of last year's playoff where you run to Game 7. What do you not have Nylander for 2 or 3 games? You don't have your goaltender Joseph Woll at the end. Austin Matthews sat out last year. Am I correct? In the playoffs? Like,
Yep.
how the hell do you expect to win of all the preparation? Like, whether it's the first day of the year or the first day of the playoffs, we just can't have any health. Like, why? It just doesn't make any sense. And I know that team has all the money in the world and resources. When I was there, you could just like snap your fingers and be talking to a world renowned doctor with all the scans. Just what the hell, man? It's just so frustrating and disappointing for a fan base that deserves some bloody results and some good breaks and just can't friggin' get any of it. And it totally is the way to start the season off on the wrong foot. Hopefully my attitude's different by the After Dark show. Cause like I go back, we've been counting down for 80 days. Day 1, up on the shelf, can't do it, can't play. What is going on, man? It just doesn't make sense.
So I guess the silver lining is that Berube doesn't rule out Woll starting Thursday, but what's the difference between today and tomorrow is my
Yeah.
question.
What is? If it's that big of a little hokey pokey thing, like, why isn't it ready for Game 1 if it's something that's going to be healed in 2 days? Like, what are we talking about? That doesn't make sense. Guaranteed he's not going to be ready for this Game 2. There's not a chance. Doesn't miss opening night and then go, oh, I feel so much better now that I had 48 hours. Like, what the hell is that? You've had it months. Whatever. Maybe you tweaked it in camp, your body's not ready to go, and you're not used to it. You've had a summer of training and doing all that stuff, and then you get between the pipes and go for real and push off and something tweaks, whatever. It happens, but I'm sorry for all the, indications that people were like, hey, good goalie, but injury prone, and then you defend them or at least try to. And now, sorry, like that blows up in your face. It's a tough look, man.
Make sure to check out more of our content right here on the Leafs Nation YouTube page. We got long form interviews, we got clips, we got epic rants by Jay Rosehill. We simply have it all. And don't forget, you can find out much more at theleafsnation.com. Thanks so much for watching.